Welcome back to Cheetcode 150. Today we're going to be working on group anagrams. So we have a little sketch pad over here, ready to draw, and we have group anagrams. Let's get into it. Give it an array of strings, strs, strings, group all anagrams together into sublists. We return the output in any order in anagram. Yeah, we already did anagram. Okay. So I fundamentally got the other one. Well, we solved it, but I want to solve it using the hash map implementation too, because if not, we can stack up a lot of problems here. Okay, so we're gonna output here on this array, and we're gonna need these grouped together. So essentially, what we need to do is just find which ones are equal to each other, and then map that out. Obviously, we're gonna be using hash map. That's the name of the game for this kind of unit. So what I want to do here is, let's say we have test to set, and then arts, something like that. What I want to do is I want to group this, and I want to group this, and then what we could do is find out the frequency map of this, and it'll be the same as the frequency map of this. So for example, we go to T, we get 2, T. I think we just use the count to make that frequency map thing. And then it's going to be like 1E. And this could even be a string maybe, but I don't know. 1E and then 1S. And then that'll be equal to whatever this outputs, so that's fine. Whatever this outputs. And then arts is going to have something completely different. So all we need to do is get this as the key. Get this as the key, and let's signify this is like a circle. Say that's still the data point we're looking for. And then have the value be yeah, we could have this as the key. And have the value be the string itself. Or should we have that be the index of the string? Hold on, I'm trying to think. So the key will be this. It'll be this, or should it be the other way around? Should that come to this? No, hold on. Let's say this is the key and it leads to this. Or maybe the key should lead to a list with all of the things on it. So every time... Okay, so this is how it would work. We'd encounter this first string, and then immediately we go into this function, which will see if a key exists. If the key does not exist, it creates the key, and the value will be a new array with this string inside of the array. And then, like for example, this one, we'll check if it exists. It does exist. We append that onto our array here. Yep. And then for this one, let's check if it exists. Like, let's look at the thing. It does not exist. It creates a new one. And we bring it, hold on, wait, I can't see that. And we bring that to, let's say, this is a new key, so like that's going to be square. And then the value is going to be, we're going to append that to a new array, arts. And then now, can you iterate through a dictionary? I don't know, but let's say all we need to do is gain access to these, and then in a row, in our new array / list, whatever, we're going to have output everything with this key, comma, output everything with this key, comma, etc. So that's the general idea here. Okay. Wait, you can't really see my here. Arts. There we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah. So I'm gonna haul this off to the side to look at, and then I'm gonna try to implement this onto here. Okay, so how are we gonna implement this? So first of all, our goal is to create the kind of hash map system that lets us create. Here, back over here. I'm gonna have this here so we can look at this. Oh no. Okay, this is a bit of a hassle. No, here in there. No, we'll have this here so we can look back and forth. So our first goal is to create this kind of thing. And we can just use a count for that, can't we? So let's create a dictionary, which is going to be our anagram finder. That's going to be equal to this. Our anagram lister? I don't know. Something like that. And that's going to be our dictionary. And then what we're going to do is create a for loop, and we want to say to count this. So what we could do is I want to initialize an array with just the 26 alphabet letters, because down here, lowercase English letters, yeah. So I want to initialize just 26 because that's 1. So that's like infinitely better than whatever. So for interval in range of 26. I want to have what do you want? What do you mean? Oh yeah, okay. I have this long because I'm a bit tired of like running the thing and not having it show up. But anyways, for I in range 26, I'm gonna anagram lister. Or should we initialize this inside of here so we can just use it with this? I don't know. We'll do that later if we need to. But anyways, anagram lister is going to be dot update, right? It's update for dictionaries and append for array things. Anagram lister dot update with. We're gonna update this with the key value pair. And this notation, I want that. Okay, we're gonna update this with key value pair of the thing over here is gonna end up being. No wait, we just want this to be empty for now. No wait, this is gonna have all our stuff. So hold on. I'm gonna search up the what do I call it? I'm gonna search up the character codes. Character codes. ASCII table. Yep. So all the lowercase letters, they're gonna go from. Looking at this right now. They're gonna go from 97 up. So we're just gonna start at 97. I just want to hit that there. It's just gonna be 97 plus I. But I want to turn this. Surely there's a Python function to turn this into a string variant. String. No, hold on. Let's edit that real quick. Turn number into char Python. It's just character. It's just this. Yes. There we go. And then the value is going to be. Let's just have that empty for now. No. Yeah, because we need to update that. Or well, the value is going to be. We're going to end up updating this. Hold on. Anagram lister update. So what we want to do here is 97 plus I. So this is going to be A equal to 0 originally. Yep. And then for I in range 26, what we're going to do is take strings and have. Let's work on the first one. And do I want to loop inside of that? I believe I do, no? And let's take. So the first thing is strings, it's going to be our first thing here. And then what we're going to want to count. No, wait. Strings, let's say. Let's turn this into a number code, and then we can work with this here. No, this is straight. So it already has the full alphabet listed on there. So for a function here, just to see what that looks like. There we go. What do you want? No. Go away. Oh my gosh. You do that for now. Alright, nice. Okay, so this is gonna be our full dictionary of letters. And then we're gonna anagram lister update. I think we want anagram lister inside of the for loop here, so we can change that anytime we need. And anagram lister, and yeah, we have a fresh one to work with every time. Anagram lister update. We're gonna take the character at this is already in character form. So all we need to do is take strings, and then whatever's at the index, and then update that. So the value is going to be anagram lister dot get. We're gonna get the value at no, because that's gonna get us the character. Get the value at here. Get the value at here, and then we're gonna want to turn that into no wait, because we're already turning into something. So it's gonna be that just plus 1. I believe. No, that's gonna turn no wait, because it's gonna give us this and it's gonna give us a 0. So we're gonna have the 0 plus the 1. What do you want? List index have range. How so? It's literally within 26 now. Oh wait, no, I'm tweaking. This has to be a separate for loop, right? Maybe? Hold on. Anagram lister is gonna be over here. And then we're gonna create the anagram lister down here. No, wait. Anagram lister down here. It's gonna create the ABC whatever. I'll print anagram lister, but that doesn't like that. Anagram lister dot update strings I. Let's just do 0 for now so we can see, so it doesn't overload with the integer thing. No, what do you want? For none type and integer. Huh. So it's gonna be the character right there, and then that. And then we're gonna get rid of that. So then update. Oh, this is doing for the full 26. Okay. So let's have a different for loop for I in range of length of strings. Let's have that there. And then we need this to scope. The strings anagram lister dot update string 0 anagram lister get whatever. No, but we can iterate this now because it's the length of the string. Oh wait, it needs to be the first one too because it's a 2D array thingy. There we go. And then this plus the iterable. You really don't like that. Expected method block. Oh yeah, there you go. And this after the for, let's print Mr. Okay, right. It's not exactly what I want. Update strings 0 at I. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay. Plus 1, and that gives us a full map of what is that? What is it? So act. There should only be one T. That's weird. A C 1 T 2. Why T2? Why would you do that? Act and then T2. That's so weird. So it's a bit odd. Oh. No, wait, that should still be fine. What? That's really odd. for I in range of length of the strings of the first one here, so it should be 3. Let's just do 3 and see if that takes it, because that should... I don't think it wants to take the 3. Hold on, or wait, no. I don't think it does that. No, yeah. Range 3. Up. And then T is still 2. Why would you do that? Huh. T is a 0 then. Whoa, what? How come T makes it go twice? That's really weird. Well, you know what? If that is consistent across all things, I don't think it matters. No, but it isn't it? No, dang it. No overloads for update match provide arguments. Sure. Alright. Well, now that we have this, we're gonna take... That's basically just this. Now that we have that, we can set this as the key. So I want to turn this just straight into a string, because I don't think you could pass a dictionary into as a key for dictionary. So hold on. Hold on, wait. String. Wait, hold on. String version is going to be equal to lister, and then what? Just this. No, print, not return. Print string. There you go. I'm so sorry for what I did. What did I do? String copy, where does it enter? Oh, range. Length. Go. I don't know why it goes straight to giving T2 when you do that. That's weird. But anyways, print stringed. So this is just returning it as a string. So then what I really want is have this as a key, and then have the value be the array. So what I'm really going to do is have our ultimate dictionary, yeah, have that be equal to blah. And then while we're, let's do another loop, I guess, right? Have these be separated things. You come over here. Oh, yeah, no, hold on. Oh my gosh, alright. But now we have our string version of this, and all I want to do now is make a map with our string and an array. So we're gonna have, and then once we have that, then that's all we need. So we're gonna have our alt map gonna be over here, and then alt map is gonna be this, an empty array inside of it. Can we do the length of strings, no, length of whatever's in strings, right? List unknown is not hashable. I don't need it to be. Chill out, bro. Can we just append to? Yeah, we could just append to this. We could just append to it. Okay, whatever. And then there. Happy. What do you mean it's not hashable? Bro. Whatever. There. Alt map dot update with string and what a key to be at I. Print old map. I don't know why it's in that. Okay, there we go. Hello. Sure. Right. There you go. Boop. Never key under value here. So I want you to stop putting that actually. Hold on. There you go. It's gonna be this is equal to pots. This is equal to tops. Okay. So all we want to do is say if this exists, if this already exists, then we're gonna update this with map update this. And we can't append because all that is it's just one, it's not an array. But I want to take this and append it. So we don't even need the if. All we need is the alt map. And then I want to be able to take our current whatever and then append our current where we're at. And then append this. Oh. Why can't I put this in a thing? We just need to do the text, yeah. I believe. Boom. Okay, sorry. It's just act over and over again. Right, there. Okay, act. Pot. Okay, I don't know why for act it wants to do, strings I don't know why it insists on adding 2 T's for act and 2 T's. Wait, what? Print alt map, yeah. This is gonna go to act. And then on the second one, why does it just do it twice? I thought it was a second print there, do I? Hold on. I just have one print. Why does it print act twice? Why do you do that? It's weird. Okay. Map update string print alt map. Does it twice for some reason. Oh, why? Huh? Yo. Why would you do that? Okay, anagram listener. Dot get character at blah +1. Why does it do this? No overloads update. Print alt map. Why does print alt map do 2 things? If I do this, what do you? I really am not quite sure why it just decides to do this twice. But sure, man. All right. Then we just have one thing of that. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. So we're gonna run this. It goes I, right? Some length of strings. So it's gonna access the first string. Is gonna be act. For J of 31, and your lister is just gonna be that's initially the alphabet. And then for J, in the range length of strings I, so it's gonna be 3. The first one's gonna go over here. It's got 1. You have to access that. It's gonna go. It's gonna be 0, 0, and access A of ACT, and then it's gonna get the character of A plus 0, so it's gonna be A, and then it's gonna add 1 to the value, which is currently 0, which is gonna be 1. Nice. Then it's gonna go up here, and again, it's gonna update it, but now for 1, which is C, it's gonna do the same process. Wait. I think this might be the problem. Yeah, I think this is it. That get character. Wait, no. Get the character. Yeah, this is it, I think. Wait, no, what? Oh my gosh, wait. It's gonna do the entire alphabet. Then we want to get the character of this and add 1 to it. I believe. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. T of 1. Yep, okay. ACT1, pots, tops. Okay, why are you still doubling up? There's no reason for you to be doing that. But anyways, so then, yeah, I get 0 of that thing. And then string is going to be equal to 2string of anagram listener. Let's print string just to see if that's doing something funky. Printed stringed. There we go. Then we printed a thing. Then we printed stringed. Again, we printed that again. Why does it do this part twice? What? Why? That's really weird. Old map. Okay, so low-key, I have no clue why it wants to do that twice. I'm not sure how much it matters. Because with this old map, all I'm gonna do is say, hold on. Say if alt map if alt map dot get, if alt map dot get stringed, if that exists, then alt map then we're gonna update. It's already inside of a for loop, so. Once we've printed the alt, once we have the alt map, that creates the alt map completely. Range, length of alt map. Oh dang it! Wait. Hey, yeah, we're good. Let's just get. Can we just get the values? Yeah. What do you want? Do you want alt map values? Is that what you want? I don't want the dict values part, but this is pretty close. Return that button anywhere. Okay, well this is pretty close. Items, no. Well, under the hood, we're gonna be doing this anyway. So alt map dot case. What do you give me? I don't want that. I really just want this, but without this. I really don't want all that. Can you just give me this part? Can I do this? Oh my gosh. Thank you. See, that's great to know. Hey. Okay. Alright. I'm not even sure if this is optimal because of like this part. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Wow. I mean, look, it looks pretty good on runtime. It's not over here. All right. I will look over this and the solutions tab. I will have fun looking how we can do this a bit better. That is group anagrams.